Hey guys, Chris here from the Ultimate Recycler. We're back in the emergency storage shed for this week for episode 136. And today we've got to continue with the piles of random boxes. We have some squashed looking cardboard boxes to get out. We had a pretty cool timber box last week with all those lights. And before I go any further, thank you to Andy that did correct me on that. I'll put an image up now of that tin with the beautiful lithograph artwork on it. Turns out I was a little late on the dates. It's probably late Victorian, possibly made by Huntley and Palmer, I think, in the UK. So yeah, maybe 1880s, 1890s. And just by the way, I put it in the shop. I upped the price a little bit to 50 first weekend and it sold. So possibly could have eBayed it, but that's okay. I'm happy that it's gone to a collector of those things. He was very happy. He knew what it was as well. And I'm got to be happy to get $50 for an empty tin. Righto, let's dive into the shed here and see what's next. It's great, all the display of knowledge in the comments sometimes, because everyone has their areas. I've got a lot of general knowledge, but I don't necessarily have specialist knowledge in a lot of areas, although I'm always keen to learn. So I do appreciate any input. I certainly don't get everything right when I'm unboxing. I usually just guess. Okay. We have some squashed looking cardboard boxes here that I'm pretty keen to get into. There's a green tub on the bottom. It's probably got books in it. You would imagine it's going to have something heavy in it to be the base of that pile. But it looks like they've collapsed in the middle. That bananas box has gone backwards. I don't think I can get the front one out without having a little avalanche. The one above that is leaning backwards. The one with Victorian pears written on looks like it's coming apart. And the one above that is also coming apart. We've also got a couple on this side that are a little bit precarious, so I guess we really should work from the top. I think in that long box, I think that's actually a new old stock heater, but we'll get it out and have a look. And then the AWA TV box, I'm not sure. I don't think it's got a lot in it, so we'll get that down as well. We'll go through those two. If we get through that quickly, we might do the little Dulux box there, but we do need to kind of work off the top before we pull anything out from the front here. This black one that is coming apart, I can see, looks like there's a nice Depression era vase wrapped up there. There's a blue, what is that, like a pottery shell. And then there's a little, looks like a jewellery box. Who knows what's in that. More stuff wrapped up in newspaper in this one by the looks of it. So it's pretty interesting. I'm enjoying getting a bit of household stuff out and going through it. Bit of glassware, bit of pottery, and just general bits and pieces. But then last week we had a pretty cool box full of old vintage lights. So, oh, there's more plates and crockery in that tub. Anyway, let's not get distracted. We'll start with that heater, if indeed it is a heater, and the old TV box. We'll see what's in that. Okay, it's not super heavy, and it is only about half full, this box. It looks like a couple of bigger things in there, so we'll get those out, and we've got to see if this is a heater. Because, yeah, I think it is. So if, it might be new old stock. So if this one's never been used, brand new, whilst the weather's still a little chilly, we should try and sell it. It certainly looks new. There we go. A Speedy radiator with the mounting bracket. Very good. Clearly never been used. Really nice condition. Old style, but it's going to be perfectly fine to use. Probably we might get $20 for it. I'll have to check out to see if you can still buy these sort of things and what they're worth. Mounted on the wall and feel the difference. Infrared beam heater. It was probably Australian made. Have to go back a bit to find things that were Australian made. Is there a book for it? Oh, there is a bit of paper in here. Yeah, here we go. We have mounting instructions. That's really all you get. It's just one little sheet of paper. Okay, so we'll check that out, but I clearly don't have to do anything. It doesn't need to be tested because these are hardwired, so they have to be fit, in Australia at least, they have to be installed by an electrician. But that's magnificent condition. Probably never been out of the box. On closer inspection, this may have been like a return because it has got a bit of a small dent in the bottom reflector there. I'm not sure you can pick that up, but a bit of a scratch. And also the mounting bracket, I think it's supposed to be spot welded to each end, and this end's loose, but this end isn't. So it'd probably be a very easy fix for someone. but I think it probably has been out of the box, and it may have been slightly damaged, maybe in transit or something like that. Probably returned. I don't know how it ended up here or in someone else's shed when I cleaned it out. But I think we'll try and get $10 for it. The heater's going to work fine, I'm pretty sure, and the little issues wouldn't really matter, particularly if someone was using it in the shed or something. So we'll see if we can get $10 for it. Now, moving our attention to this AWA box. Has the box got any value itself? Deep Image Portable Television, model P17, and I think there's a date here. I would say that's 2nd of the 7th, 1976. So, I don't know. I think the box has got to be worth something. I might put it in the shop up on the top of a cupboard somewhere, or in the tech department up on the top of the shelf. Put $10 on it. Someone that collects CRT TVs and might have this model might like the original box. It looks like it was sold through a local town. Alright, so what's in it? Let's forget about the box and look inside. Alright, we have a, what is this? Gaming stuff? A steering wheel? A multi-system. Okay, I don't think this is that interesting. Don't know if it's going to have much value. We'll have to have a better look at that in a minute. I'll have to check out online. We have a little box here. What's in this? Boss Dr. Beat DB66. It's a little, oh, what is that? A little, maybe it's an electronic metronome. Dr. Beat. Oh yeah, it actually says metronome on it. Okay, so an electronic beat machine, presumably for a musician. Beat level, total volume. Well, that's pretty cool. In its original box. Let's all cross our fingers that it hasn't got a battery in it. And, oh, beautiful, it doesn't. So that's good news. Square 9-volt battery. All right, we're certainly going to have to give that a test. It looks like it takes an external power supply if we need it as well. Well, there you go, Dr. Beat with its box, little vinyl case. I'm guessing probably, it looks maybe 1980s to me. So we'll have a look online. It's got an LCD screen. The font looks particularly 1980s. Not sure if it's going to be worth a lot. Hopefully it works. We'll check that out shortly. Here we have a computer joystick, Archer. So a gaming joystick. Custom manufacture in China for Tandy. So I'm guessing probably back to the 1980s again. It has a switch for, says Tandy or IBM PC. So it won't be any earlier than the 80s. I'm thinking probably mid-80s. It's yellowed a bit from UV rays probably, or maybe a smoker. Someone suggested one time in a video recently that the yellowing isn't always from UV rays. But given that it's kind of an even colour from one side, it looks like it was probably sitting on a window and copped a bit of sunlight. No idea what that plug suits. I guess it suits a Tandy game of some sort, or an IBM PC. So I don't think we're going to be able to check that out. What powers it? Probably powers off the game itself. So I'm not going to be able to test that. Oh, there's another plug here. It's like a DIN plug. Not sure. So we can clean that up, but I really can't test it. I will check out online to see if they're likely to have much value. Oh, do we have another Dr. Beat machine? Well, I hope they're worth a bit. That looks identical. Looks quite well used. There's considerable wear around the switches. More so on this one than the other one. But it looks to be the same model. The case isn't quite as good either. Let's see if there's a battery in this one. No, that's good. Well, at least, oh, there has been though. Oh, maybe not. Might be just some discoloration on the sticker. Made in products of Roland, Japan. Well, Roland made pretty expensive keyboards. Well, there you go. Used to see film clips of some of the top bands on MTV and that back in the the 80s and 90s, and they all had Roland keyboards. They were the bee's knees, I guess. Alright, and this is your foot pedals that goes with the steering wheel. So that's for gaming, the joystick's for gaming, the other two beat machines are for musicians, and that's all we have in the box. Alright, I'll do some checking. We'll get some prices on these. We'll give those things a test. So I've just finished doing a bit of checking on these things. I don't think this one's as old as the other stuff. It's a bit hard to tell. I couldn't find anything like it. It's actually made, well, it's branded Radio Shack, but I think Radio Shack's actually still going. They used to be a division of Tandy. This one has a tag on the bottom here that says Radio Shack multi-system game controller manufactured in China for Inter 10, and interestingly down the bottom it's got trademark licensed by Radio Shock, a division of Tandy Corporation USA. Yeah, I don't know how old it is. It needs a bit of a clean-up. I don't really have any way of testing it. I thought the steering wheel was broken because that part comes off to leave a smaller, like a plane type steering wheel. Well, I don't know what steering wheels planes have, but you know. And I worked out where the clips go to hold it on, so that's okay. It does need a good clean up. It's got some buttons and things everywhere. It actually doesn't seem to be damaged. It has some sort of port in the back. Maybe you can plug some sort of game cartridge into it. Maybe this is actually a game console itself for basic driving games. And you plug it straight into, I think it's just a VGA plug. So, but I don't have any way of testing it anyway, really, because I don't even know how it powers up. I didn't see oh, there's an input there, which is actually the same type of plug. Yeah, look, I'm just going to put it in the shop for, I don't know, $20, maybe $25, and someone that knows a bit more about these things can grab it and take it, and if they've got a bargain, will so be it. But I couldn't find anything exactly the same online. There's a lot of these sorts of steering type consoles with the pedals online, but most of them I would imagine are quite modern. They weren't selling for much. Anyway, I'll just clean that up a little bit. We'll try 25 on it in the shop and see how we go, but that's really just pulling a figure out of the air. Now, I checked out this one. This one is an older one. It's Archer, and we read before it had Tandy on the back and Intertan. And this is made in China as well, but I think this is more of an 80s piece. I found some of these online that weren't selling for a great deal. There was some in the UK for $20 or $30, and they weren't as yellow as this one. One of them said tested, and I think it sold for the equivalent of 30 Australian. So I'm just going to wipe this down and put $20 on it in the shop. And again, someone that's into this sort of stuff will either buy it, or if it's there too long, it'll be cheaper. So really just a clean up on those two. I have found a 9-volt battery, so we'll test both of these Metronomes. I found lots of these online, and they were selling, nearly every one of them sold. I think they all did. Some of them were selling for up around $100. A lot were selling between $50 and $100. This is Australian dollars again. Some did slip through for about $20 to $25, and they all said they were working. So they're quite common, but obviously people still use them because they all sold. So I'll just check that they work. I'll give them a clean up. They'll probably just go in the shop for, say, 25 each, and we'll see how we go. Maybe I might put 25 on one and 30 on the other, depending how they clean up. This one's a bit yellowed on the buttons, whereas this one, although that one's a little bit more worn. Anyway, we'll clean them up and we'll test them. They're not going to be worth anything, really, if they don't go. We'll start with this one. And we'll give it some juice. They do have power packs for them as well. I saw a few people selling those, but they're just a standard 9-volt power supply, so I would have those in the shop if we needed one. All right, how do we turn it on? No switches anywhere. Oh, that's off, so we go, there we go. The little LCD screen lights up. That's on metronome, start, stop. Oh yeah, it's working. Oh, what a terrible noise. I don't know if that's working properly. It's a bit squeaky. Ah, okay. It's got 4 different beats. So we can turn them all down, and we just turn one up, and we have a basic metronome click. I'm not sure what that squeak is. It might be just a bit of dirt in the controls. Yeah, I think the volume's got a bit of dust in it. So we turn that one down, turn that one up. And this one. Alright, that seems to be working. The squawk seems to be... that's the squawking one is that light. So I think that's okay, but I'm not sure why it sounds a bit harsh. Anyway, that's enough. It works. So yeah, just need to clean up and probably a little bit of spray in the controls, because these sort of slider controls get a lot of dust in them just by their very nature. They sit there and it's almost like a funnel, funnels the dust into the sliders. I'll get a bit of spray in there and it should work a lot smoother. All right, now that we know what it's supposed to sound like, I can try a battery in the other one. They must be a pretty reliable unit, I think, judging by all the ones I saw online that sold. I think I didn't see any that actually said parts or repair. They all said tested working. Righto, there we go. That's screen's lit up. It's already on metronome. But the volume's down. Well, that works the same. This one doesn't have that squawk. Oh yes, it does. Yep. So it's obviously supposed to do that. How confusing, having 4 different beats. Okay, all right, so they both work. They just need to clean up. I might try, depending how well they clean up, and I'll spray a bit of spray in the slider pots. I think we'll probably go maybe $30 each for a bit and see how they sell. Obviously, there's people that want them, and they certainly sold quite well online. Plus, people have to pay postage online. So I think they will go, once the right people that want these sort of things see them, with their case, we'll try $30 each on those. I've just got to clean them up. I think we'll leave this episode here rather than get another box. I have just finished cleaning up these and they came out really well. So that was just a bit of a spray with a general cleaner, wipe over with a rag, bit of a toothbrush effort amongst all the little speaker grills, and then put a little bit of Deoxit F5. That's the cleaner for faders and potentiometers, and they all slide a little bit better. And I've tested them both. They both respond quite well. So they're in good working condition. The vinyl cases I just went over with a little bit of Armor All once I'd finished cleaning them. So they present quite well. I think we'll try $30 each on those and see how we go. And this just was really just a wipe over. So I can't test that. I wouldn't know what to plug it into. And I'm sure I don't own anything that I can plug that into. So anyway, that'll be $20 untested, $30 each, tested and working. And all the other stuff you saw. Let's get the notepad out and see what it adds up to. And here we go. Not a lot of stuff this week. Bit of a shorter episode. 10, 10, 25, 60 and 20 gives us $125 into the kitty. That's not bad really, but we've made a bit of space, so that's great. And a little bit of extra shop stock. I'll be moving that through to the shop tomorrow, which is Friday, start of our working week, which is only 3 days. Works for me. Yep, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days in the shop each week. It's like, if the truth be known, it's more of a social time. We have a lot of regular customers come in. We love dealing with the public. You meet a lot of amazing collectors and people that like fossicking secondhand shops. So it's a fun 3 days. And yeah, we probably work harder during the week doing our YouTube stuff and everything. So that's what we're up to. Another lot of stuff to take to the shop. Hopefully we'll sell a bit. You might have just seen on the notepad there from the previous week that we had sold that tin for $50. Nothing else has gone as yet. We'll scan back through a few weeks, probably next week, and see how we've been going on all these deals. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.